Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively, and we're going to create with the brushed blooms today. It's one of the sets from our January to June catalog. If you don't have a catalog, let me know. I'll be happy to get you one. Let me see if this light works. Last time I recorded, the sun was so bright I didn't turn anything on. Oh, that helps. It's so hard to tell how it's going to record what the sun's going to do, and I'm not complaining about a sunny day. So we're going to use the brushed blooms and the dies. We're going to use, in the annual catalog, I always like to pull in a little bit of the annual catalog too. I love these. They're called Meadow Moments, and they're for the small cutting boss. They're 2 dies, and you need to run them through with 2 clear folders. So they're a little bit smaller, and I'm going to show you how I used those to create this card. So I used this at camp a couple of weeks ago, and it just shows some different things that maybe you haven't seen in a while. So let me show you what I did. First, I started with a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 crumb cake cardstock, and I ran it through the folder with the words up. So I ran it through this way, and then I ran it through this way. So I got it on both sides, and I don't ever think you can see that on the cardstock as well as what I want you to. So I took our white craft pad, and don't get squishy with this. And you all know who you are who squish the guts out of this kind of ink. But you're just going to take it over there real lightly. And that is going to add color to those raised images. So you can see I did one side and didn't do the other side. See, that totally changes the look of that embossed area. So I'm going to run it over this side too. And it's a fabulous way to use your craft pad that you might not have used in a while. Again, don't push, because if you push, you're going to get all liney. So you're just going to kind of drag it over there real lightly. Okay, I pre-stamped some leaves from the stamp set. I used these leaves. I stamped them in Old Olive before I ran it through. I didn't tell you that. The colors I'm using are Old Olive and Crushed Curry. So I stamped my Old Olive leaves over there. Then through the embossing folder, I stamped the rose, the large rose. I stamped it 3 times so that I could cut it out in different sizes with the dies. So here's my full strength one. Here's my second stamp, and it lays right on top, and it gives you just a little bit different color. Here's my third one. I love my U-Pick tool to do this with. You gotta pull it out, it's a little delicate. So my rose has 3 different shades to it. I'm gonna move this out of the way so you can see. So I have 3 different shades to my rose, and I'm just gonna layer that on. And I did it, I held it on, I took the glue dots and put it on with glue dots. Oh my gosh, these glue dots are making me crazy. These are the ones that are rolled backwards. I can't find them. Here we go. I'm so used to, Stampin' Up! Has trained me for years on which side to get my glue dots off, and then they change it on me. Okay, so I held that together with glue dots down here at the base. I'll zoom in here a little bit so you can see just a little bit better. Okay, so I put some glue dots at the base, and then I took a little bit of our Tombow, or you could use fine tip glue, and kind of dotted it behind there to hold that down just a little bit better. I also did a rosebud. And you know how we've done this for years. You always go from light to dark. So you're gonna tap your little rosebud in here and then go over here to the olive. And that's how I did my little rosebud. And so I cut it out. And I'm gonna stick my little rose on with a couple of the dimensionals. I'm going to stick it on because I want to tuck with the dimensionals because I want to tuck some things underneath of there. So I'm going to stick this on here. I don't know what that is, contraband. I'm going to put a glue dot on my rosebud. I can find them. There's one. I'm going to stick it. I'm going to put it over there. So I've added my cute little rosebud. Now I want to add some words to this. And this die is supposed to cut out like an open pattern. So I could put it over here and it would be open. Or like I could run this through and show the cardstock behind it. But I ran it through a couple of times and I made what looked like little wood plank tags. So I stamped, and it's so hard to see the texture on these, but it's got a little bit of dent in it. It looks like a little wood plank. So that's where I stamped my words and let them stick out under here. So I used 2 different words on mine. I used the happy birthday, and I used the let's paint the town as long as we're home by 7. 9. I mean, we can be home at 9. 7 might be a little bit pushing it. So I just added my words and I used the old olive. And you could put this on the inside or whatever, but I just love these little planky looking tags. I mounted it on my white cardstock because I love the craft with the white. And then I wanted to add a bow to it. And I didn't want it to be the same colors as this. I wanted to use something a little bit different. So I used the flowers for every season. I used this seafoam and white ribbon. And I just made, and you can do this a couple of different ways. You can do it just like this. And sometimes I'll twist it and stick it under with a glue dot, and then I don't even have to knot it at all. Or sometimes I'll put a knot in it. But if I put a glue dot, if I can find them again, I'm going to call myself Glue Dot Challenged. I'm going to stick a couple glue dots on this and then tuck it right behind there. Remember, I stuck that on with dimensionals because I said I wanted to tuck some things under. I'm going to... And it's the same way with the little birthday tag. My little plank. I'm just going to stick a glue dot on this too. If I can find them. Oh my gosh, this is going to be the death of me. And sometimes I put one on top and bottom just to make sure it sticks under there the way I want it to. There you go. Happy birthday to you. Okay, thanks friends for joining me. I hope to stamp with you again soon. Have a fantastic day. Bye.